Jacek Krawczyk, le président du groupe des employeurs.
2014 is a challenging year for everybody, for the institutions, for the Europe, and for the European Union. And we will be one of those institutions that will be having no changes throughout the year. So I think we have a certain responsibility to make sure that there is continuation of some of the works we do, some of the ideas we want to put forward. So we hope that what is on our employers' agenda, what was the case with your Commission, Mr. President, thank you very much for that, will remain in the future. So I want to make sure that we are well understood still. What is on our agenda? Competitiveness and growth. Europe 2020 is the only coherent and complete strategy we have. We should make best effort to implement it. We don't want to have Lisbon strategy repetition. I think it's very important that we better use resources, we better use innovation, we better use research for commercialization rather than for exercising and spending money. A closer cooperation between industry and academy is of essence. Reindustrialization, a lot of effort we put into trying to come up with some good ideas, but there will be no reindustrialization without energy market in Europe being market-oriented. We cannot afford paying so much money for the energy. European economy will not be competitive. There will be no growth if we don't deal responsibly with energy issues. Single market. It's fragmented, it's full of red tape, and this is not good for anybody. Transport, services, telecommunication, and again, energy. We pay too much for fragmentation. We pay too much for member states not implementing single market policies. Environment of freedom to operate business, that's legislation, but that also stable financial environment. It needs to be stable, it needs to be reliable. Social dimension. We will not solve real social problem without real money. We will not solve any problem without real money. That means we need growth. We don't need more redistribution of what we have. This is the way to nowhere. Of course, it's not Troika who's responsible for unemployment, but it's Troika who can do a lot to deal with the consequences of over-debtedness of some economies. And for that, it needs to be appraised here and now. Now, youth unemployment, a big issue. We believe that's one of the most important problems that the Commission is dealing with, but it's on our agenda very high, and I truly hope that by some economic reforms, but in the first place, but keeping the labor markets open and flexible, we can encourage employers to hire more people. That's the best way forward. Trade. Foreign trade agreements, very important for European economy. Now TTIP, please take the tip from me. There is a lot of complaint about the way that TTIP is being managed today from the civil society, not us, but civil society. I'm a rapporteur here. We will come back with certain recommendations. Now, to close, 20% of GDP, EU accounts more or less for that, spends around 50% for social protection. Is that model sustainable? Maybe. But if there is no growth, it won't be sustainable. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your comments. Everything you said regarding the future of the European economy, I can agree. These are the drivers for growth. Internal market deepening, internally, trade, foreign trade. We are working with Americans and with others because we need to have access to other areas where growth will be bigger than in Europe. President Obama is confirming today, I think, that he's coming here on March. We hope then to give a boost to the relationship in trade matters. Of course, we have to negotiate within a position of mutual advantage. Everything you said about research, innovation, the need to make the reindustrialization, and that is very much our EU 2020 strategy. And finally, 2 points. Energy. Tomorrow, the European Commission will publish a very interesting study, a research made by the Commission. It took us a lot of time and work by DG Energy, presenting the causes for the energy costs in Europe. And you will see that, in fact, the basic reason for so high costs are the different policies member states follow. We don't have an integrated market. And it's a very interesting study that the European Commission will present tomorrow, also with other elements for our climate and energy framework. I hope it will be important. And last point about labor mobility and labor market. I want to reiterate that the Commission considers freedom of movement a fundamental right that is good from the economic point of view, and we should defend that fundamental right, is freedom of movement for all Europeans without a discrimination between the countries. We have to have this principle of respect. And of course, if there are abuses, because some abuses there are, for instance, some elements of social dumping, some kind of exploitation, then we need to act also at national level with all the elements to prevent those abuses. And recently there was, as you know, an amending of the Posting Workers Directive to try to limit this kind of abuses. But we should keep the fundamental principle of freedom of circulation and, of course, labor mobility, because one of the reasons why we are not having a recovery so strong as, for instance, the American one or other countries, is because they have a more flexible labor market. And we need to achieve that if we want also prosperity in general terms for Europe.